What's up, sippers? Welcome back to another cup of conversation,
where we have conversations worth having.
I'm your girl, Coco.
And I'm your girl, T. And welcome to episode 88, where we're going to talk about double standards. And we need to adjust, update the double standard list. That's what I feel like. It's 2025. I think we still going by standards from like the 19, we always like to say.
Like the kids say the 1900s.
Yeah, the 1900s. We always like to say traditional standards. But I think we need an update on this list.
Right.
So we're going to start our episode off with our, original. How you feeling? How you dealing?
I'm feeling like a track star. I'm a runner. I'm a track star.
What?
No, I feel like first of all, I feel like a track star. I'm kind of like, today, before I woke up, I knew that it was going to be a day. It literally was like something in every scheduled time.
One thing you're going to do is pile it on, baby.
Yes.
You're going to look down that list and you're going to have something for every increment.
This time, I really didn't try to, but what happened was I really did forget that my husband had a master class today. So I'm normally thinking like when I don't
split stuff.
Yeah, we split stuff up. And like literally this time he was like, baby, I'm focused on my master class, and I had to respect that.
Yeah.
So I had to do Corey hair last night. But I am learning to delegate, because yesterday when I was at work, I knew that today was gonna be long, and I knew I didn't want to stay up all night doing Corey hair.
Right.
And so what I did was I called Carrie and I was like, hey, pick Corey up early from school. Take her to the Salon 23. Shout out to them.
So you went?
I took Corey. Okay. Carrie took Corey. And they washed her hair. They blow dried. They gave her a treatment. And so when I got home, all I had to do was literally do her hair.
Do the hair. Yeah.
And so that's
what I'm going to go get. That's what I was like. I just need you to do it good.
Corey was like, Mama, you need to go there. They massage your hair like this. She was showing me. I said, oh, yeah. She said she had a good time. She was like, I'm so glad.
And we got a review from Corey.
Yes.
Okay.
And
shout out Salon 23.
Look, my baby do not like getting her hair done, y'all. She cried. Like, that made she did not cry last night when I did her hair. Like, the process of detangling, getting in the shampoo, combing it out, blow drying it be hell. Mm-hmm. So that part already being done, it made both of our life easy. Like, we went to bed happy with each other. Usually after I done with her hair, she mad at me.
You mad at her?
Exactly. Turn your head, move your... Like, none of that. So I just feel like I'm a single mother today. Shout out to my husband, but I feel like very much like a single mother. No, bro. For real. Like,
so dramatic.
But yeah, I'm good though. I feel accomplished. That's what I feel like right now. I feel very much accomplished. I made it to the podcast on time. I was responsible, and I texted T beforehand and told her that I could possibly be late, planning ahead. Y'all don't even see the growth in me. T, you need to speak on the growth, because you know me.
Look. We did turn it up from 30-minute Coco. She's now an hour Coco.
Yeah, I be
30-minute Coco used to think she can get everything done in 30 minutes. I'll be there in 30 minutes. We live in Houston. Ain't nothing.
No, for real.
Girl, drive 42 minutes.
Right.
You talking about I'll be there in 30 minutes. 30-minute Coco. 30-minute Coco has upgraded. So I will give you that, because I did tell him when you was 30-minute Coco. So now I got to tell him when you ain't.
I've been doing good, y'all. But how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I been putting stuff in order to, make life a little less stressful. And my man been gone for a couple of days. And
so you single too?
Yeah. Girl, I was taking the trash out the other day. I almost shed a little tear, because I missed it the first time.
Not you didn't miss the trash.
I missed the day.
So when he missed, you can't say nothing.
I missed the day. So I'm like, this too much to be doing. But I'm just getting stuff at home together, taking a little time for myself, spending a little single moment. Because I mean, like you said, I'm a single wife right now. I'm at home
by yourself,
just by myself. So, but it's a piece up in there. It's a little piece up in there.
Yeah.
I still talk to him every night. Other than that, it's some peace up in there. I got a quiet house. Ain't no kids running around up in there.
Jesus, bless you.
It is, hey, I'm taking my blessings where they at.
No, for real.
I ain't complaining.
These are the times that you need to cherish for real.
Yeah, I do.
Because you ain't combing no hair.
I ain't eating. I mean, I ain't cooking.
Ooh.
I'm eating little meals. And I ain't.
Everybody take care of themselves.
Washed a few dishes.
Oh, yeah, and you was watching it. You real responsible. I would have been.
Well, they piled up one day, but I got up in there. I got up in there.
Okay.
I got up in there. It's Saturday. That's what you do.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and get into our spill of the week, the trendy topic. is going to be from tonight's conversation. Now, this is a quote from a lady that came up to the mic, and I just wanted to, let's speak on this real quick.
Which episode? It was the one in Houston?
No, I think they was in like Detroit or something.
It was really good. Let me say that. Tonight's conversation in Houston, me and my man went, and it was really, really good. Lex and Dre was there. Toya was there.
I think I watched some of that.
Yeah, Brian was there.
Mm-hmm.
Buddha and his wife.
It wasn't that episode because none of them was on there.
Okay, yeah, but it was really good. But go ahead.
So she got up there and asked, "What do you do when you are in a relationship with a man that's not financially stable or responsible as you are with money, but he's your best friend and y'all are in a relationship?" So I asked that because if a man came up there and asked about that, the same thing about a woman, it would have been a lot of people thinking that's normal. You know, you take care of your best friend. She didn't say she was necessarily taking care of him. She just said that he was more irresponsible with his money than her. So how would you?
I don't know if I right away the double standard hit my brain because when you just said that if it was the other way around, I was thinking the other way around, and the same thing around is. It's kind of hard because you don't want to just say dump somebody or like not be with somebody. But my mindset is out of the problems in a relationship, money is like one of them. Money and sex. Like those be the main problems. Mm-hmm. And when you go into a relationship with money being a problem, like you kind of setting yourself up for money being a problem and being and it growing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I would have a deep conversation with that person and let them know that our growth is not aligned. You know what I'm saying? I'm like you. I'm not saying you have to be super mature and all the way developed all the time. But what I'm saying is, in certain aspects, you do because that's a part of being a functional adult.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Even if you were by yourself, you would have to have these same responsibilities.
Exactly.
You have to have this stuff like down to a science. You got to know what you're doing.
And that goes for me, that goes for women or men, because how can I think about having children with you and you not responsible with money? Because it's about to get even tighter or it's about to get even more strict around here as it relates to money. Right. Like when you have a child, when you got bills, you got insurance, you got mortgages. Woo. Like you really setting yourself up for failure, I feel like. So it's not like I would say like lead that person, but you would have to really do some self-evaluation and you would have to do some evaluation of the person that you really about to be in a relationship with.
Right. I agree. Like one of the sentiments from the people on the panel, they were just like, if you can afford to do that, but if you feel like this is going to cause a strain down the line and you really feel like that's going to be a problem, money is going to be a problem because you said money and sex. That's that's the main things. And in her particular situation, she was getting good sex. So she was probably putting the money on the back burner for a second. But once that balances out, because eventually it always does. You can go in high with the money and down here on the sex, and then it might get better. But then you can go up here high on the sex and down here with the money, and you might even it.
What I will say, though, is as a woman, and I'm just being completely honest, it sound good, like how they say if you can afford to do that right now. But at the end of the day, I don't know where it has not happened, and but the resentment is gonna grow.
That's where the double standard come in, because men don't resent women.
Yeah,
for taking care of them.
Listen, but it's not because you might not be able to take care of me financially as a woman. What a man needs from a woman is not necessarily finances all the time, right? What they from the core, you get what I'm saying? Because if a man was left up to it, they would not want a woman to financially take up. You know what I'm saying? Whether it happened or not, they really would want to have their own money. So I think that what you need from a woman, the nurture, the cooking, the cleaning, the this and that. If she didn't have that, if she was a lazy, nasty woman, like you might be like, oh, the sex good. But when you get into a real marriage with somebody and you get into a relationship where you got kids and all this stuff, that sex ain't gonna outweigh when you coming home and your house nasty. Yeah. And she leaving her drawers in the
that's where the problem starts showing themselves. Like men, you say, I don't think that they it's a few of them out there that don't care if they ain't the main provider. Like
not that you don't care, but that your woman cannot carry y'all. Men don't
It's
have an
out there that feel like that.
Well, I feel like if you a man, if you a man and you feel like your wife, you don't have no problem with your wife providing and carrying the load financially, then I'm gonna stand up and say you ain't no man, because I'm sorry, because like that is what a man is supposed to do. Like, you're supposed to provide. Like, you get something out of being a leader and a provider. And if you willing to just lay back and be like, no, I don't want to do that, then, and I'm not saying that if you come to hard times and you have to be the house husband and your wife have to go out and get it for a little while. But normally what the standard is in a relationship, if you make that your standard, like, are you setting yourself up for success by doing that? Like, as a man.
I feel you, because I kind of think the same way. But what if, like, I'm just gonna be Angel's advocate up here. What if the wife a doctor? She already got a good job. I'm not saying in this economy we both could deserve a good job. Shit, but let's say she already making $150,000, $200,000 a year, and he like, okay, I'm not. He might be an engineer or something, making $80,000 a year.
It's not about what you make, though. It's about your responsibility. So, for an example, my husband is an entrepreneur. It's been months where at my job, I probably made more than him in a month because it was one of them months.
Right.
But guess what? Even with what he made, he was still taking care of his responsibility.
So you mean like as far as what they paying? Like if they living in
you can be making less than me and still be paying all the bills.
They living in a means where either one of them could do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, either one of them can do it. Like, I feel like ultimately, if you a man and you are laying down, and I'm talking about men that's laying down and saying, "Hey."
Again, I wasn't disagreeing. I'm playing advocate. I'm just trying to. I definitely believe the same thing because like you said, hard times happen, things happen, but if it's not your goal to be the one to provide for the family as a whole.
What are you here for?
We ain't got too many more to talk about.
Because that makes women, that puts women in their masculine energy. Really.
Right,
when you have to be the brains to the operation, that's what that does naturally. Like, it's no way around that. Yeah. And I'll go even a step further. The only people that really will, if they get on the internet or if they get anywhere and say, "Oh, I'll take care of my man. I'll take care of my man long term," it's pick me's. That's what you just want a man that bad that you're willing to do whatever you got to do to get one.
Anything from a man.
Yeah, like no, anything. I'm not. I want my standard for my relationship is that my man is the sole provider in our relationship. Do I work and have his back when it's needed and when, and then of course like the sole thing in a relationship, the bills at the house, the insurance, all that stuff. But I can pay I pay stuff for Kari, like her dance tuition.
Yeah. It adds up.
It adds up. Going to get her hair done. Her hair costs $100 and some to get her hair done, and not including the hair. Like, I don't ask my man for that type of stuff. So I'm not no lazy woman just laying around like, oh, he gonna pay for everything. No. But at the end of the day, I know that it makes my man feel good to be able to provide for his family. Yeah. And so if you don't want that feeling,
that's what I mean. Like, if you don't even yearn to feel, and that's what I got the pick me energy from that lady. Because baby, you 50 plus years old or whatever the case may have been, and you digmatized? Come on, we too old to be acting like that.
But they do say that when you like 50 and older, like you go back almost to like you revert. Like not like
so your dumb ass 21?
Like you didn't done it. Like sometimes, especially women that have been like divorced or something like that, they like, okay, I didn't had the husband, I didn't cooked, I didn't cleaned, I didn't done all of that. So now I don't care. I'm out here. I pray that never attacks me.
I pray that never come my way. Keep that up there. Look, I'm talking about keep that away. I don't need to be that
back
old
outside
and dumb.
type of energy.
I am back outside, but more in a more responsible way. I ain't just
right. No, I agree.
Let them lay up on my couch. Hell to the no.
Them cougars be snapping.
They be tripping.
Snapping turtles.
Okay, so to our main topic. What I was saying about, I think it's time for us to do a little update into the double standard list. And my first question was, how do double standards show up in how we define good men and good women? So, for example, like the double standards of if you're dating as a woman is frowned upon more so than when men date around. Not, and I'm not talking about sex. And y'all, I feel like y'all get that very misconstrued. I'm not talking about sex. I'm talking about dating around. That's looked up. That's frowned upon more than women than men.
Yeah.
So, how do you think that like double standards help us define what we think good people are?
So, for one, I just wish that it wasn't a double standard because ultimately we all going through life experiences. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So like I feel like even if it is like sex, even if it is one of them things like sex, I don't condone it or I don't, tell people to like do that. But at the end of the day, we all going through a level of experiencing things for the first time. You know what I'm saying? Or like doing stuff for the first time or doing stuff out of immaturity. I'll say that.
Right.
So I think that we should all look at it just like that. Like we can look at a man and say, oh, he was young. He ain't really know. He didn't have a father around. This and that. We don't get that same type of grace. And I think we need to leave it at an immaturity thing instead of a woman and man thing.
Because I do think a little bit they play on our mindsets and the way we think about certain situations.
Right.
Like, and especially with men, like, I don't know if you see it like as much as I see it, but like you'll hear men talk about other women like, this X, Y, and Z, or harsher on like the Megan Thee Stallions, and then they talk about people, these women, this harshly, and I just be like, but the men though, y'all don't have the like. It's not like a good standard.
It's almost
like
a really good thing though, T. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's really a good thing because that means that men look at us as being superior,
better,
like I would have thought better of like.
But I want them to.
They don't think that of themselves.
They're supposed to lead, so I do want them to think that like, even if all these women like this, if we act like this, then maybe they'll want to change their ways. Because you can change how you think about things. You can change how, but men just they want to keep us in that little box and be like, all right, since they like that, then this is how we could be. We could cheat, we could do this because they already hoeing around. They already,
Right.
I feel like it's more to justify what they want to do anyway.
Well, what I will say is I do think it's a decrease in it now because men are seeing that like that is not being a man is not an excuse to be a hoe, or being a man is not an excuse to be raggedy in the streets. You get what I'm saying? Right. Or in any capacity. I think that is decreasing and it's becoming more about the character of a person. Like now people are realizing for whatever reason that it's not about me being a man. That's why I'm like this. It's about I have bad character. I make bad choices.
Okay.
So I think that I think that we are moving from it because I think that men
I can see that some.
Yeah, you know how we talk about like the men that are more sassy?
Mm-hmm.
I think in that same instance, it's not that they're sassy. It's that they're waking up to the fact that I deserve good too. Like how I said they think highly of us. I think they believe like I deserve better too. I ain't sticking my thing in anything either. Like I don't want to be known for that. Like I don't want to be known for hitting all the, you know what I'm saying? The low level women, I guess, in the world, or the women.
Because if you hear how they talk, like how the guys talk on Tonight's Conversation, they just like, yeah, of course women gonna throw it at you, but you got to be man enough to know. I'm not turning something down.
Turn it down
a little every now and then. You can't just because I'm a man and I wake up on hard and this is how my body works, that I'm gonna go use it every time. Like you don't have to have that mindset. That don't have to be how you feel about things.
I think men are becoming more self-disciplined.
I can see that, and that's where we're gonna stop it at right here on YouTube because there's gonna be a lot of people who don't disagree with that statement right there, but. See y'all next week, YouTube. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, and we're out.
Bye.
All right, so let's keep going with the double standards that kind of go towards this.
Did I answer your question though?
Yeah, I guess. How do you say? I said how do because you said our mindsets could be like
they're changing.
Kind of changing towards that. So, yeah.
Okay.
Men, I don't know about them being disciplined. It's a work in progress. Let's say that because I was listening to Pastor Mike Todd this morning, and he was talking about belief versus behavior. Some of them believe in it real good,
but are they practicing?
They practicing it like we talked about a couple weeks ago with our good friend? they ain't practicing it like that. You know what I mean?
I can agree. I think that but I feel like we got to go in phases. Everything comes over time. Yeah. And I think the idea of acknowledging that it's not about being a man anymore is the work that they have done.
Right.
Now, are they practicing it? Probably not all the time. You get what I'm saying? So I think that we making some progress.
Yeah.
By, acknowledging the fact that, okay, I'm just a sad ass man. I ain't just a man. I'm just a sad ass man because I'm choosing to do certain things.
Right.
You know? So yeah.
You got to know the difference.
Right.
And when to start getting some help and start doing something to fix that.
Exactly.
Okay, so when men are seen as assertive or dominant, they're called leaders. When women do it, it's more of a bossy behavior, like how they talk about the black woman supervisor or
angry black woman.
Yeah. Do you see that double standard changing, or is it staying the same now? Is that something we need to update?
I think that's gonna stay the same because I don't know. I do know, but okay. So I think that it's gonna stay the same just because I feel like as a woman, and I'm learning this, I would be deemed as one of the masculine women as it relates to how I deal with my men. I can be more of an alpha woman and more demanding and more controlling. I'm being honest on this episode. But I also feel like I have been around women, like me being around Jazz, she challenges me a lot.
To be softer?
Not to be softer, just to be accountable. And
okay.
She in how I handle my husband. And I have been able to see myself be assertive and be strong in what I believe or what I want to happen without being rude and alpha-ish.
Yeah.
So bossy. I have been able to do it without being that. So now it's telling me that you just want to be that. You know what I'm saying? You just choosing to do that. So now I can say that it can stay that way. If a man is more rah-rah and alpha and wanting things done a certain way, I feel like as long as it's done in a way that's healthy, then it's cool. And then a woman needs to still be in her feminine and be able to be assertive and still be able to show up feminine.
I think it needs to be all across the board that as long as you do it with some kind of respect and you communicate well and you're not trying to belittle nobody or whatever, I think that's where it kind of come into play because sometimes I can admit, as a black woman, our mouth can get a little spicy. Woo! So talking about,
cut you up.
Yes, and we could have said it in a whole different way. We could have just said, "Now, Michael, you haven't been performing well." Like, but we done went up in there and got on your ass.
Not the corporate language.
No, for real, because we could have went up in there and we done went up in there and got on your ass instead of just pointing out. Okay, so last week you did X, Y, and Z.
And I seen a clip of Drika, and she talked about how she doing, and I've been trying to do that lately. She talked about how she how can she get what she want out of a situation without coming across rude or nasty and stuff like that. And she calls it a sandwich.
I'm telling you, I'm practicing on that right. Yeah,
she says it's a sandwich. So you lead with something nice.
Yeah.
Go on, say what you gotta say, and then you close it off with something nice. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a way, and I think that men in general, they respect it when it's coming in a softer tone. I don't think they just want to rebel against what we saying because they know we right.
Right.
They know we know the way. You know, it's almost like God should have made us the leaders, but we're not gonna talk about that. But
the backbone.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But they do need it. Their ego.
Yeah.
Needs it a little bit different. And I can respect it.
Yeah.
I can respect it.
It is something that is just like, I feel like in their DNA, like their ego definitely needs that.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, so this one is networking for men is business, but for women it's flirting. Is that something that you feel like is changing?
Kill it. Kill it. Because we making the most money out here networking.
Exactly.
Killing it.
Girl, I'm telling you. My man has the most outrageous. I'm working on him. We working on it together. But like his mindset with double standards, girl, la. I'll be like, I'm sorry, what? Like, he be outside networking. He talking about, we at the studio politicking. It's all kind of people over here. I know it's not just niggas.
Right.
Let me look in this camera when I say that. So,
but you know me,
it's not.
I don't even care though.
I don't though.
Yeah,
I don't. That's what I'm saying.
But you know how
but
they
to
care.
them, it's so different. Like, it is so. I don't even. I'm at the house, feet up. I'm enjoying.
As long as you make it back safe.
Exactly.
That's what we be worried about.
I'm relaxing. I'm not thinking about who there. But of course, I'm gonna see the pictures and stuff. Of course, then I see later on. Okay, there's some people do it, but like. What I don't care.
Right.
Like I wasn't thinking about that. Yeah. That wasn't in my wildest dreams. I was up in here rubbing my feet together, snacking on stuff.
Butt naked.
You know, I'm talking about any.
Yeah.
I'm talking about relaxation. And but when we going out, they thinking about the worst thing possible. Like,
but you know, my man, he try to act like he don't care either. He don't give me no flack when I'm actually going out, right?
But
he always say something like I'll be talking, he be like, yeah, I be seeing how them little podcast, you and them little podcast niggas. What?
I swear to God, Mama do the same thing, and I just be like, "What are you talking about?" Like, and then one day he went ahead and told me, "I had a dream about something." He was telling me something about one of his dreams, and then he was like, "Yeah, and I caught you cheating with one of them podcast niggas." I said, "What?"
Now we gotta stop the podcast.
Like, what are you talking about? What are you even saying? Like, that's where your mind be at, though.
Yeah.
That's
your subconscious mind
where your mind
coming up.
Be at, 'cause I ain't never had that kind of dream.
Yeah.
I ain't never, you be slick. You can stay out as long as you need to. I ain't never had that kind of dream.
Yeah, I think that that needs to die because I feel like for the world's sake, because we need to get accustomed to having healthy platonic situations.
Yes.
I think we traumatized by platonic relationships that they not really all they want. Yeah. And sometimes it does come with some truth. Like, no, they really want something else. But it is very much, especially working relationships. When we talking about work, there are people, cameramans, anything, truck drivers, like we network, like coffee shop owners or whatever the case may be. Yeah. They are genuinely trying to figure out their business, and we be doing the same thing. So I think that just needs to die as a whole, and we need to deal with our trauma as it relates to opposite sex relationships.
But let me say this, like, as I think women, we have it more down to I know a lane where I know I'm not gonna speak for all women because
I'm about to say only when we in a relationship. That's the only time we know, because it be women that are out single, ready to mingle. They look at every nigga that what they say once what they say you green your skin or what they say. Yeah, they think a man opening the door for them. When they don't have no man, they think a man opening the door means something. Or if a man say, "Oh, your shoes nice."
No, I ain't, because I ain't never thought like that. Remember I told you this before, I'm so green, like I be forgetting that I'm a bad bitch sometimes. I live in this body, so I don't just be in the mirror like, damn, you did it today. You did it today. But when I go outside,
I live in this body.
When I go outside, people be like, oh yeah, she look like, so I don't even be paying attention. I'm thinking I'm just thinking they being nice to everybody like this. Like, you would have held that door for the next bitch. Yeah. Like, in my mind, like.
But it's some women that look at that as like go time.
Yeah. No, I've never. Shit, I was just talking to an old man at after church one day. When I go to church, we go to Frank's afterwards, little Frank's bar. And I set up at the thing by myself, the little bar, because I was by myself. I went with Bubba this time, and he was like, "Yeah, you usually sit at the bar when you come up here." He said, "I feel like everybody that's lonely be sitting at the bar." And I said, "No, I usually come here with my boyfriend. We be sitting in the booth and stuff, but I figured I didn't want to take up too much space today." And he was like, he just sat there and talked to me for a second, but I ain't think nothing of it till he said, because he must have missed the first part when I said I had a man. He was like, "You married?"
He didn't miss it.
Yeah. Yeah. He said, "You married?" I said, "No, but I have a man." I have a man. He said, "Oh, okay." And then he said a few more things. He said, "Well, I'm going to let you enjoy your breakfast. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go."
He gone.
So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and even pay for the breakfast.
But that's good though, because bitch, you got a man.
Yeah, But like you were saying, some women, I didn't really even see that shit coming. It was an older man. I really didn't. But some women take into that. But some men, don't know how to just leave it at that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He could have left it at, why you like to sit up here at the bar? You don't never really sit, you know. Yeah. You always you married.
He was trying to slide in.
Yeah, but like, it'd be a problem for a little bit of both. Because women sometimes feel like anybody just trying to talk to them, but men do be trying to talk to them.